Shalom, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing this work of faith and live with love and true sincerity. All right, I want to get into a topic, just based upon, love, man. For the fact that, you, in this truth, you gotta truly know what it means and have the understanding of having love for your brothers and actually being sincere, you know because so many different things going through your mind and different situations that occur, rear its ugly little head, different things that you go through with individual members within your camp, uh, just thoughts that be constantly plaguing your mind. You got to know how to battle these things, and you got to know, you know, whether you have demons upon you, whether you're acting in a sincere spirit, whether you're going about things in the right way, whether, or, you just being, not a real brother. You got to know these things within yourself, and having rule over your spirit, because that's first and foremost the principle of all things. And the scriptures say, there's two different scriptures where it says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the fear of the Lord is I forgot the other one, but yeah, the main one I wanted to hit was that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And what we look for wisdom, to ultimately to bring us to a kingdom, as it says in Wisdom of Solomon 6:20. These are the things in which we're looking for. So knowing this, we truly have to understand what love is, what the brotherhood is, and our mindsets about things. So this is 1 Corinthians 13:1. It says, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Okay, so matter of fact, let me read verse 4 too. Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Okay, these key principles. Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up. So examining all these different things, and what the scripture is talking about. It's talking about what charity. Now, obviously, it said, "What though I give all my goods to feed the poor," but if you don't have charity, you have nothing, and stuff like that. So, is it just talking about just giving away things, or just giving a brother some monetary gain, or helping out in this financial way, or doing this or doing that? Nah, it's getting into your moral fibers, because it's charity is much more than you just giving something to somebody. Charity is the sincerity of heart in which you give it, with the moral standpoint in which you give or which you do something for a brother. So this is the whole basic point of this lesson is, brothers having those right morals within their fiber, within their being, and truly knowing how you are to stand as a man of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, and having those morals and having those principles, man. Okay? Because that is true love, when you're examining great principles, great sound mind, great sound judgment within yourself, and how to deal with brothers respectively, brothers that's equal to you, brothers that's above you, brother that's lower than you, so on and so forth, man. All these different things go into play, you know. And, like Apostle Harvey getting into, saying that, you know, you be having niggas and you know what I'm saying, amongst the camps and stuff like that. Hey, and brothers could be niggas. Hey, the nigga starts in your mind, man. Whether you're a nigga or whether you're a true man of the Lord, that all starts in the mind, and one key thing is that you gotta be sincere, as I keep saying, and as we always say, you know, it's about sincerity, man. You gotta truly be sincere within yourself, because at the end of the day, you know, uh, you could be doing things that's truly not becoming of a man of the Lord within your mind, because that's where it all starts, your thought process, and that's causing you to go off and to think things about brothers and just a whole bunch of other stuff, man. You got to get those demons off you. You got to pray and stay steadfast towards orders, uh, rules, regulations. We always got to follow some type of rules, regulations, whether you like a person or not. That don't have anything to do with respect. That don't have anything to do with the love that you have for a brother. You know, brothers got to know how to set those fine lines between things, and you can't be fake and phony with brothers, man. You can't try to hide motives. You know, all of that stuff is not sincere. Okay. Because either brothers is going to see it, or if the Lord doesn't allow brothers to see it, because the Lord, blinds us from seeing things at certain times. Hey, at the end of the day, the Lord still sees it. So you're not gonna go unnoticed with what you're doing, man. So how you think that's gonna end up for you? You know? But I don't want to keep rambling. But this is Sirach 5:11, and it says, matter of fact, let me start off. Oh yeah, this is perfect. All right, start at verse 9, Sirach 5:9. Winnow not with every wind, and go not into every way, for so doth the sinner that have a double tongue. So in your mind, right, you can go different which ways about, you know, uh, your thoughts about brothers within the camp, or how you feel about this or how you feel about that. Hey, sometimes you just got to get out of your damn emotions, get out of your damn feelings, man. You know, and if it's something on your mind to say, hey, you got to say it. Come out with it. Brothers is always, the brotherhood is for one another to talk about different things that's going on within our minds, within our spirits that we feeling, because hey, we all men at the end of the day. And as men, we get caught up in feelings and emotions, but you can't let them feelings and emotions sit and let them fester within your spirit, because it's going to eat you up, and then you're going to wind up lashing out, man. And being a real demon. So these are and I'm just speaking on experiences, from things that I, seen, in my short walk within this truth, things that I've experienced, and just speaking from that standpoint, man, you know, and this is just to put this out there, for the simple fact that, because you never know what's going on or what brother needs to hear what, and this could either cut some brothers, or it could either, uplift some brothers to know what type of morals that they are to have, man, and how to go about things, and to correct the fiber of their being, if in their mindset they are going off, or if they are thinking improper thoughts that they shouldn't be thinking, or to put them back in check when Satan, is trying to mess with their head, man, So you're not supposed to winnow, with everything, that comes into your mind, because you got to know at the end of the day that that's Satan trying to play on you, man, So it says, winnow not with every wind, and go not into every way, for so doth the sinner that have a double tongue. Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same. What? Be steadfast in thy understanding. What? In your understanding of this truth, this understanding of your position, your role within the body of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, your role with, as far as your gift that the Lord gave you within his truth, your role as far as your portion that the Lord gave you, the measure of faith that he gave you, and your position, within the camp. Every brother is important, But hey, you ought to know your position and to not be bigger than what you think you are. Because at the end of the day, none of us is anything, you know? So it says, be steadfast in our understanding and let thy word be the same. Be swift to hear and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. So always be swift to hear, because if it's something that you don't understand or something that's messing with your mind, ask questions. You know, ask questions. And but it said what? Be swift to hear. You know, so you don't just jump off the cliff over something that a brother says, and you don't have the complete understanding of things, man. Because that's what an immature brother would do. And hey, they always say, well, a wise person asks questions because that's the best thing to do instead of assuming. That's why we go through so many things with our people in general, because when they hear something, they just assume what a person means by a general statement that they say. And what they say, when you assume, you make an ass out of you, not me. You know what I'm saying? You make an ass out yourself when you assume things, man. It's better just to ask questions if you want to know something. Hey, and then at the end of the day, depending on what that is, hey, you might not get the answer. Because at the same time, everything ain't meant for your ears, or it ain't meant for you to know everything. Just how, with rank and file and stuff, of course, it's going to be things that the apostles hold back from us because it's only right. We're not supposed to know every single thing about their mind or how they program this or what they want to do with this. They are the leaders. They have to structure this thing as they see fit through the spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua. So for something, that's above your pay grade, so to speak, and if it's not for you to know, then you got to accept that. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is, man. But like I said, it's always just best to ask questions. So to set your mind at ease from the spirits that's trying to play with you, man. And it said what? Let thy life be sincere. So when you hearing, when you giving an answer, be sincere within your spirit and how you dealing with another brother being sincere. Don't try to be slick and slimy or some slime ball on the side trying to have motives and different things. Like, this truth is not about our own individual motives and what we want to do. We're here to move according to the spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua and how the Lord wants us to move. And that's it, man. And if you got a motive within this truth, then you're off. If you have an individual motive beside let me correct that. The only motive that we should have is to enter into the kingdom and do that by any righteous means necessary. Okay. Other than that, if we having some motives as individualism within this truth towards to gain some benefit or to be sly or crafty or to think you getting over, that is off, man. That is off. So it says, be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere. Everything about your life within this truth is supposed to be sincere. How you deal with individual brothers, in every single way possible is supposed to be sincere, man. Everything. So let me damn, I had another scripture in mind. It just slipped me. Damn, what was it? Slacky. Bear with me. All right, yeah, here we go. Romans 13:8. Right, going back to the love principle, right? Because it says, Romans 13:8, owe no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. So matter of fact, let me read verse 9 too. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this, saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill towards his neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. So truly fulfilling the laws of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua is to conduct ourselves in a proper manner within our minds first, because if you're not conducting yourself right mentally, then you can't conduct yourself right expressively, meaning expressing whatever you're feeling or expressing whatever your emotions is. Because if you're not right mentally, then you're going to express the opposite of what the Lord told us to do. And that's what the world is doing. They express the opposite of what the world told, of what the Lord told them to do. Therefore, they're not operating in the fulfillment of the law, which is love, man. And as us being in this truth, we have to properly understand that and put certain things into its proper context, man. You know, and one big thing is lying. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be slick with your ways. You know what I'm saying? And trying to make maneuvers, man. That's some straight Esau slime ball type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? For your own gain or to move how you want to move because, you know what I'm saying? You thinking things supposed to be like this. Nah, as time goes on, things change. Things ain't always going to be the same. This truth is moving faster and faster. Brothers' lives are getting more hectic and hectic. Things are going to change. You got to understand that as being the man of the Lord. Things are going to change. Nothing stays the same, man. Except truth. Truth remains the same, but everything else changed. The times and the seasons change. Things ramp up. You know what I'm saying? Different things are going to happen to where things aren't going to be the same. All of our individual experiences, they changed us to a degree because what they help us to grow from the old man and who we used to be. These are things that we have to realize within this truth, man. You know? And of course, matter of fact, and let me think of something else too, right? Because it's Jeremiah 9 and 4, and it says what? Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. Now, examining this scripture, you have to trust to a certain degree, right? But you don't put complete trust, you know what I'm saying, in any one person, because you never know how the Lord has this man's path to be. Now, this man could wind up being a demon that's next to you, that's been near you for whether it's 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, whatever. You never know, so of course there's going to be things that you got to watch out for. But at the same time, do that mean that you don't operate in love? No, you operate in complete love, you know what I'm saying, until that man shows you otherwise, man. And then okay, now I got to keep a little guard up. This still my brother. I still love him, but now I got to keep my guard up, And if a brother isn't showing you that, if a brother isn't, just being a nigga towards you, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, then what reason do you really have to look at this man a certain way? If you just feeling some type of way within your mind, but nothing went on, and that's how you know when them demons be playing upon your mind, man. And it always happens. It happens to all of us at times. Demons are jump on our minds, but when those different things happen and them demons try to jump on our minds, you got to be able to recognize within your own spirit, okay, hold on. Damn, Satan almost got me. Because you could get caught up in the thought. And this is why Yahweh Shah, was saying that, basically that you could commit adultery in your mind. You lusting after a woman that's married, you know what I'm saying? What? You basically undressed in your mind. You want to have sex on in your mind. You commit adultery. Why? Because your mind makes things real. You shaping things into proper form. And we got to think about it in the kingdom. Well, we're going to be able to make things manifest with our mind. That's why the Lord had to take away those spiritual powers and everything away from us now. Because if we had those spiritual powers and stuff, but then these crooked and these perverse bodies and the wicked mindset that Jake have, what? We would kill one another off of one simple thought of being mad at somebody, man. So these are things that we got to realize, man. So you got to check them thoughts that's within your mind, because that's Satan playing on your mind. And when those Satan plants that's those wicked seeds of thoughts within your mind, you take hold of those thoughts that Satan planted in your mind, and you shape them. You form them into a ball, and they grow and they grow and they grow. They call what? The snowball effect, man. It started out with one small issue, then it rolls down here, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And before you know it, it's blown out of proportion because you didn't put it in check, because you didn't recognize that you had spirits on you, or that you had things going on with your mind that you need to examine yourself, man. that is very important to constantly examine ourselves within this truth every single day. It's always going to be stuff we fall short on, but every single day we got to continue to strive for that perfection in Yahweh Shmi Yahushua, man. So let me just grab that scripture real quick since I quoted it. All right. It's 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own self. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahushua is in you, except ye be reprobates? Okay, but I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. So hey, you got to know your own self, man. And knowing your own self, how the apostles always say, we are our own worst enemy. So knowing that we are our own worst enemy, shouldn't we check ourselves? We want to be on point for our enemies, right? So we got to be on point for ourselves because we are our own worst enemy. It only makes sense, man. It only makes sense, And that's the best thing to do, to keep yourself in check so that nobody else has to check you. Eventually, we all get checked, but you want to make sure that you are doing what's necessary within your spirit, everything that's right, so that the checking is limited, So what's someone to grab? It's like what was it? Yeah, Sirach 30. I believe it's Sirach Sirach 33. One of my favorite joints. No, that's not it. So I think it's 37. Yeah, we go. Yeah, Sirach 37 and 14. It says, matter of fact, let me start at verse 12. It says, but be continually with the godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. Because what? When you wind up going off, or you know what I'm saying, you having them thoughts within your mind, it say what? Be with the godly man, because what? He gonna sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. He gonna be able to pick you up when you saying things that's going on within your mind or whatsoever, what have you. That next brother is there, to help pick you up from that slumber that you having within your mind, or to pick you up, to help to lift them spirits up off you, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we here for one another, man. Being profitable to ourselves by checking and examining ourselves first and foremost, and then being profitable unto the other brothers, that labor amongst us, either through our experiences or the Lord just putting something within your spirit to say to another brother, to lift them up or encourage them or whatever the situation may be, man. This is all examples of true love, man. True charity, having them morals, having them principles, and doing everything righteously that's within your power, man, and checking yourself, man. Verse 14, it says, for a man's mind is sometimes wants to tell him more than 7 watchmen that sit above in a high tower. And above all this, pray to the Most High that he would direct thy way in truth. So this is what it's all about. You're gonna have those different spirits in your mind, like these watchmen sitting in the tower looking every direction, right? Because if you got watchmen sitting in the tower, they checking things from every direction. So this is how these demons play on your mind. They trying to speak to your mind in different directions. But you, at the end of the day, what it said, well, above all, pray to the Most High that he would direct our way in truth. So you got to pray to the Most High that he steers your path clear of all these demons, so that you don't go off with these different thoughts that you may be having within your mind, man. And I just speak on this because, the mind is truly something else, man. The mind is desperately wicked, man. Above all, man, who can know it, man? And that's why that prayer, to the Most High is so important, and that sincerity is so important, that the Most High is able to guide us through us building that relationship, us maintaining that relationship with them, and us sincerely seeking righteousness every single day, and that we are willing to put ourselves in check, man. So, I just wanted to speak you know what I'm saying, just touch on this topic, just about, love, examining ourselves, and, you know what I'm saying, checking demons that may be on us, man, because we all go through it, so don't think that you're the only one, you know what I'm saying, that may be going through something. But hey, if you need to speak on something, hey, you know what I'm saying, open your mouth, you know what I'm saying, hey, say what's on your mind, you know what I'm saying, so brothers can help you through whatever it is that you may be going through, or whatever that you may be thinking, you know what I'm saying, that might potentially not be in the right spirit, man. So, with that, I hope this segment was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing his work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom.